Just prior to the Civil War, a new type of rifled musket and bullet were developed that increased the severity of the injuries to the soldiers. The old-style smooth-bore musket had a limited range and fired a round ball of lead that usually broke the skin and fractured any bone it hit. The new musket had a rifled barrel and fired a conical bullet with a hollow groove base called the Minnie ball. The new rifled muskets had a much longer range and better accuracy, and the projectiles traveled faster than those from smooth-bore muskets. Additionally, when a Minnie ball struck a soldier, the top of the cone flattened out, resulting in massive damage to tissue and splintering of the bone. The vast majority of wounds documented during the Civil War were caused by the Minnie ball, while the rest were from grape shot, canister, or other exploding shells. Few men were treated for saber or bayonet wounds, and even fewer for cannonball wounds. Over 2/3 of the shot injuries were to the arm or leg. For most of the projectile injuries, the exit wound was often larger than the entrance wound. Ricocheting or flattened bullets could create even larger lacerations and could carry foreign material into the wound. The extensive damage done by the Minnie ball, plus its tendency to contaminate the wound, caused a dramatic increase in development of the infection. If the injury caused little or no damage to the bone, the wound was often treated conservatively, with intervention limited to the removal of the missile, foreign substances, and bone splinters. But if the bone was badly damaged, Civil War surgeons quickly learned that the best chance of survival was through the use of amputation. The limb was lost, but the soldier had less chance of developing life-threatening complications. The principal surgical procedure performed during the Civil War was amputation, accounting for 3 out of every 4 operations. When estimates from both the Confederate and Union sides are combined, about 50,000 amputations were done throughout the war, which left the surgeons open to harsh criticism and earned them the reputation of butchers. However, the poor physical condition of their patients, the large number of wounded awaiting treatment after battle, the severe nature of the wounds caused by the Minnie ball made amputation the practical procedure to follow. Amputations were classified into 3 categories based on how soon after the injury they were performed: primary, intermediary, and secondary. Primary amputations were done within 48 hours of the injury. Intermediary amputations took place between 3 and 30 days after the wounded, and secondary amputations were performed more than 30 days after the injury. In general, primary amputations had the highest survival rate and were preferred by the surgeon for this reason. Intermediary amputations were the most dangerous because they were often done when the inflammation of the wound was at its greatest and the patient was suffering from its effects.